Perfected faces. Done by the best makeup artist Candy. Do you know the feeling when a football player scores, or even just plays football? Do you know the feeling when an artist draws, or even when she finishes her masterpiece? Do you know the feeling when they see how much they both accomplished? It's called happiness. It's what makeup makes me feel. Makeup is art on your face. It enhances your features, not hide them, unless you want to. Which is what makes it great. I don't see why makeup deserves all this hate. Wearing makeup isn't about insecurity. It's about confidence, at least to me. Simply just applying these beautiful products on my face makes me happy. Why? Because that's my kind of masterpiece. Makeup isn't what makes you feel beautiful, it doesn't make me beautiful. I know I'm beautiful just like everyone else. The face is everything, because without it, what is makeup? The face is like a paper that an artist needs to draw on. At the end of the day, your face is the reason you're beautiful.
And I won't allow what I can see to make me lose faith in what God said He can see. Because God can see something, and I can see something. And if I start only trusting in what I see, then I'll never stop to ask the question, God, what is it that you see? That you would allow me to be in this city? What is it that you see that you would allow me to be at this job? What is it that you see that I'm in this marriage and in this family? God, what is it that you see? Because my eyesight will disqualify me, but your eyesight will equip me. Your eyesight will empower me. Your eyesight will send me into rooms where I don't know the culture and don't understand the language, but your glory makes up the difference.
I was asked a question about doing a video on the silent treatment, so here it goes. Now, I'm in character, I'm going in character, so I know I trigger people. I don't mean to do that, but this is who I was. The silent treatment is to punish you, especially if I know you're a good woman. Good women like to talk, they like to communicate, they like to know things, they want to know things. If I'm not a communicator, and a lot of you all meet men that don't communicate, it feels like I'm being pressured to talk. And I don't like that. It makes me very uncomfortable. I talk when I want to talk. I speak when I want to speak. I talk about what I want to talk about, and what you want to talk about doesn't mean anything to me. So it's a form of control, not even manipulation, it's a form of control. I want to control your mouth. So if I don't want to hear it, and you know that I get extremely upset when you start talking, you know that I'm going to give you the silent treatment. And you don't like that. You don't want that because you're a communicator. You want to talk. You want to know. You want to be in the know. You want to know what's going on. But I don't want you to know what's going on, so I'm going to give you the silent treatment. So when I give that to you enough, and you've had enough of it, now you become trained to just be quiet. And a lot of you just take it. I'll just be quiet. I won't say anything. As long as the bills are being paid, you know, we're eating, and I get gifts every now and then. I'll just be quiet because I don't want to lose everything else. Everything else is good, but he doesn't communicate. Nope, I'm not a communicator. The duration of time for the silent treatment can be hours, days, weeks, and I don't care how long it goes until I know and realize and feel that I have finally controlled your mouth. So that's the silent treatment. The duration can go for long periods of time until I know that you have now come under my control to be quiet and not speak until I'm ready to talk. My feeling is about the silent treatment, or what it was, is that I don't care. I can care less about hurting you because I'm so quiet. I don't talk to you. I don't respond. I don't respond to your text messages until I get ready. Hours later, days later, even if we're living together. When I come home, I'll tell you about why I didn't answer your text message or your phone call. When you cry, it gets worse. Why are you crying? It's not that bad. It's a silent treatment. You shouldn't have pissed me off. So if you cry, it doesn't make it better. It makes it worse, 10 times worse. Because now you want me to feel, in my mind, you want me to feel sorry for you. So now you force me to talk to you because you're crying. You show me your tears. I don't care about your tears. I was silent because I was molested by my cousins, my babysitter, and a male member that would touch my private parts. And they always told me to be quiet. So I didn't know how to communicate anything sexually, in a relationship at all. So that was my silent treatment. That's what it came to be when I got older. When we're out, I'll talk just to piss you off. I know you're watching me. I don't want to talk to you, so you watch me talk to other people and it pisses you off. I do that on purpose. So that's the silent treatment. It's very dangerous, very hurtful, very painful. I had to learn a valuable lesson from that.
Your silence is your power. when you are dealing with a narcissist. Once you are done, be done. Don't expect them to be accountable for their actions. They won't ever show remorse because they lack empathy. Hold on to your silence and walk away. There is nothing more powerful than that. Then you can watch them suffer as you find your happiness. There is nothing more rewarding than that.
Narcissistic silence. Not the silent treatment, it's different. Narcissistic silence to me is that moment of silence that a narcissist gives you after saying something truly despicable, truly evil. They'll say something terrible about you, your family, your kids, your mom, somebody, and then they'll get silent for a second. Just to make sure that what they said hit you correctly. That silence is to give you a chance to react, to portray that reactive abuse, to get out of character. And if you don't react the way the narcissist wants, he's going to say something worse. They'll keep poking you until you react the way that they want you to. So stay strong in those moments, because their silence, they'll say something truly evil, and then just like, look at you. If you don't react, something worse until they get the reaction out of you. Can you please talk to me? You've been silent and ignoring me for like 3 hours. Why are you doing this? Can you just please tell me what I did wrong? Like, please. Why are you being so mean to me? Just please talk to me. How am I being mean to you if I'm being silent? Like, I'm just trying to protect my peace. I don't feel like arguing. Being silent is punishment to me. I like to communicate. I need to communicate. Well, I like silence, so we can't always get what we want then, can we? Oh my. So can you tell me what I did wrong to get you to be silent in the first place? No? I mean, you should know that. You should figure it out on your own. It could literally be anything. Anything sets you off. So now I'm sensitive, right? Okay, I got you. Nobody said you were sensitive. I just said I never know what triggers you. Oh my God, are you being silent again? Wow.
A narcissist will give you the silent treatment as a form of punishment when you have disobeyed them. This could be for calling them out on their behavior, simply not meeting their stringent rules. Silent treatment is a form of mental torture where they will not speak to you for days on end or be passive-aggressive with short responses. They will make you feel like you do not exist and are worthless. You'll feel isolated and totally rejected. Any adult-like conversation you are hoping to have will not take place. To break the silence, you will need to grovel and apologize to the narcissist and take all the blame. This gives them further power and control over you, that it was all your fault, and they further take no responsibility for their actions.
There are 5 things that a narcissist will do if you give them the silent treatment. Number 1, they will call and text you repeatedly. Number 2, they will offer false apologies. Number 3, they will make up emergencies to get your attention. Number 4, they will threaten you. And number 5, they will contact mutual friends and family members.
Aloha everyone, Chris here with another narcissistic tool to add to your mental database. Today we're covering the silent treatment. This one goes by a few names, including stonewalling and ghosting. And again, it's another way narcissists express their boundaries in their mind. They punish you for crossing them, in this case with silence or dismissal. My mother loved this particular tactic. If she was upset with me, she could completely dismiss me while I was in the room with her and laugh and enjoy time with her friends, and then on occasion bring her attention back to me and just with her eyes remind me that she wasn't talking to me and she was still angry at me. Now, I'm not sure what that's actually supposed to teach a child other than don't cross me or else I'll show you just how comfortable I am without you. But I know for sure it's not an example of expressing healthy boundaries. It's nothing more or less than an act of dominance. For children, it compounds the abandonment and dismissal and invisible trauma, but in adults, it's most definitely an act of dominance. Remember, needing time and or space from anybody for a little while is okay, but the reason you're doing that is so you can figure out how you'd like to deal with the situation, and then you're going to make a choice. If you're just holding them in a prison to punish them for upsetting you, or holding them there because you're avoiding an uncomfortable confrontation, that is called abuse. And in this case, narcissists using the absence of their attention as punishment. The red flag is that they're comfortable doing it. Your friends and loved ones want to communicate with you, so if they're taking time and space, they'll be back soon because they want to be. In other words, there's a difference between needing some space and giving the silent treatment. If you're someone doing this to someone else, check yourself. Are you taking time and getting yourself back to center, or are you punishing them and just deciding how long it feels good and just to do so? Or something else, of course, because I don't believe in false dichotomies and I can't think of everything. Narcissists use the silent treatment for many reasons, but more often than not, they use it to get you to comply with what they expect or want, to admit fault, to take responsibility for whatever happened. And with a narcissist, if you choose to take responsibility, then you're taking full responsibility. Narcissists only take responsibility when it makes them look good. Another word for that is credit. They always want the credit for the good stuff. Everyone else is responsible for the bad stuff. My suggestion, if you're in a situation like this, learn to enjoy the time and use that time to privately plan your departure from this toxic relationship in your mind, if nowhere else. And if you can't do that, do your best to learn to be comfortable with the silence. But that'll be a daily struggle. Either way, if this is happening to you, I want you to know you're not alone. Aloha and mahalo, everybody. Bye.
And that's the way you should be. Enjoy the silence. That'll get on a narcissist's nerves. Like, if you enjoy the silence, or if you pretend to enjoy the silence, or take the silence as a reprieve or like a vacation from the narcissist's words, that will literally get on the narcissist's nerves. Like, narcissists we like to be heard, and we like for our voices to mean something. And we also like our silence to mean something. So if our silence is not meaning anything to you, then I'm gonna talk and get mad. I might get mad. Like, it might be some anger, but you know me. I don't want you to enjoy my silence. I want you to enjoy my words. I want you to feel pain in my silence. But if you enjoy it, then you win. Leave. Leave. I'm going to give you the silent treatment. Okay. Go make your own decision.
The silence between us has become my comfort. I no longer shed tears. I've grown to understand that anyone who allows you to feel hurt, to feel ignored, simply does not deserve a space in your heart.
Narcissists will attempt to maintain control over their victims even after the relationship ends. Because if they can no longer control you, they're going to try to control how others see you. Thus, the smear campaign. Your silence is the narcissist's goal. After all, they don't want you tarnishing their public image with the actual truth. But there is strength in your words, and there is power in your voice. There's more on this in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube. And in the meantime, stay strong, you're more powerful, and you're stronger, and you're more resilient than you might realize right now.
How to deal with someone who has narcissistic tendencies. And I'm sure I've made videos on this in the past, so if you need more information, go and find those. Number 1, see them for who they really are. Yes, they're charming, yes, they're sweet, and they give you what you want once in a blue moon, but stop putting them on that pedestal. Number 2, stop focusing on them. The more attention you give away from yourself by just catering to everything that they need, the more they're going to take advantage of you. They won't change if you just keep doing whatever they want, hoping that they will want you the same way. You have to pull back and say, okay, you're not giving me attention and you're not treating me the way I need it, therefore I'm going to do the same thing. Number 3, speak up for yourself. They feed off of winning and knowing that it bothers you. So don't yell, curse, try to belittle them, or make them feel something they're not going to feel. You set the boundary of what you want and let them know that in a calm manner. If they don't respect that, you walk away and you do it in silence, because you should only say it once.
The silent treatment. This is what we call passive-aggressive abuse and covert abuse. This is done by the narcissist or the abusive person in order to further gain control over you and to further punish you if they feel that it is needed to make you feel unworthy, unloved, and not even deserving of a response. To be ignored is probably one of the most painful feelings because